So you have gotten some gear from fighting or exploring. What can you do with it? We'll hit the button at the top left to take us back to the activity menu, and from here we will go to the forge and take a look at crafting. You'll see your inventory here on the right, as well as all of the recipes on the left. The left icon will show which item type it is, such as your weapon, your shield, or your trinket, and the icon on the right will show which classes can use it. You have your melee, your ranged, your magic, or all classes. There is also a search bar if you know the name of the item that you would like to craft, or a rarity filter if you have a specific quality of gear that you'd like to make. If you begin forging epic and stronger items, you will need to imbue your gear with essences found while fighting or exploring. Different essences will provide different benefits. The wind essence, for example, will poison your enemies for 3 rounds. If you use a unicorn essence, which is quite rare, you'll have the ability to critically strike something normally not possible, and you get a bonus lifesteal perk as well. You can see your complete inventory by clicking the satchel button at the upper right. This is going to be useful because this is where you will come to open loot boxes from completing your daily quests. Let's try and open one now. We see all of the items that we get, a shield which is very useful early on, and a good amount of spores. As I mentioned, spores are one of the currencies here. In addition to healing and leveling up, you'll be able to use them to buy and sell gear to other players. We'll hit the activity menu and we'll go over to the auction house. You can pick which currency, either truffles, which is the premium currency that converts to ETH, or spores, which is the more standard RPG currency. You'll see different items listed for different prices. If you click it, you can select how many you want to buy, such as 1 or 2, and we'll buy it, and the purchase was successful. You can also sell items here. You will have 5 spaces available to sell by default. So if you select the item you want to sell and you hit the list button, you'll get this little menu. You can set your quantity here, such as 2. And then if any are currently listed, it tells you what the floor for those are. So we just bought some at 1,000, which was the cheapest available. Let's sell them for $9.99. Undercut that guy by 1 spore. I'm sure he will be happy. Then we have the duration. You could pick anywhere between 1 hour and 1 week for how long you want it listed. And then this is probably the most important part. You have to select which currency you want to sell it in, spores or truffles. Truffles are much more valuable than spores, and I have seen a number of times where people thought they were listing for truffles, but they listed for spores, so it was an absolute steal. Be very careful when you're listing.